Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to let you know that you can please start to take your seats. You can choose any table you like. There is not assigned seating, with the exception of a couple of the award winners where the tables are marked reserved. We'll be taking drink orders at the tables, so folks could make their way to the tables now. We'll be getting underway with the program shortly. Thank you. If folks could please take their seats, we're going to get underway with our program, which will also be live streamed. And for those of you still in line at the bar, we will be coming around and taking drink orders at the tables. As I mentioned earlier, you can have a seat wherever you like. There is no assigned seating. All right. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to all of those who are here with us this evening. My name is Skip Newberry, President and CEO of TAO. And to those of you who are watching on our live stream, welcome as well to the 37th Annual Oregon Tech Awards. Yes. I'm very excited to kick off our celebration tonight of the 2021 Sam Blackman Award winner, Monica Anand. Tech Champion Award winner, Charlie Kawasaki. And Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Debbie Coleman. And of course, all of the finalist companies and winners. Big round of applause. I'm also excited that Rachel Arnold, Senior Managing Director and co-head of the Endeavor Fund at Vista Equity, will be joining us as our keynote speaker tonight. Thank you. And if I were asked to characterize this past year, I would have to say that really the only thing that it has been uncertain. The new normal is constant change. And within the region's tech industry, I think there have been some pretty consistent trend lines. There's been continued growth. Following the ZoomInfo IPO just a little over a year ago, it set off a wave of more. We have Absci that went public, ESS, Vacasa is planning to go soon, and others are as well. Brand Live went from 15 employees to over 200 in less than a year. And numerous companies in the area acquired startups outside of the region. And of course, there were many startups here that got acquired. And the M&A wheels just kept turning. Startup activity also accelerated. We added over 180 new member companies at TAO this past year. And what's exciting about that is that about 40% of those were early stage startups, which is something you love to see for any ecosystem. We also added a new member from Hermiston, so shout out to Eastern Oregon. How we work, when we work, and where we work continues to evolve. Engaged employees are happy employees, and companies and their practices must evolve rapidly to meet these new expectations. And all of this growth has resulted in big supply-demand gap of trained, experienced talent. We've added over, for example, 3,000 new cybersecurity jobs in Oregon in the past 3 years alone. But even if Oregon's leading higher ed institutions with cyber programs were fully funded and all students decided to stay in Oregon, those programs would only be able to meet about 1/12 of the total demand annually. To close this gap and continue to diversify our workforce, more companies need to invest in training and developing entry-level folks, and the industry needs its public sector workforce and education partners to get quicker, more agile, and more on trend with the skills and experiences that industry needs. And of course, economic competitiveness has also been top of mind for many tech companies in the region. And this has translated to increased involvement and interest in public policy by our members, as well as proactive efforts on behalf of the industry to address civic challenges, including raising over $100,000 for houselessness issues locally, and also donating countless hours of employee volunteer time to those organizations and causes. A big round of virtual applause for all of our members and their continued resilience and commitment to this region. The team at TAO is also as committed as ever to helping the tech industry succeed and maximize its impact in a thoughtful, inclusive way. Our region will be stronger and more resilient for it. So please raise your glass on behalf of the TAO board and staff and our presenting sponsors, JLL and United Healthcare. I'd like to kick off the event with a celebratory toast to all the finalists, winners, and Oregon technology community. Here's to a better tomorrow. It's been a wonderful experience working with the TAO staff and all the extraordinary volunteers that help coordinate the many moving parts of this event. As you can imagine, the last year and a half has been quite a trial for many of our events team at TAO. So thank you so much for helping to make it a success and for spending some of your time with us this evening. For those who don't know, after an individual steps off this stage as a Tech Champion, Lifetime Achievement, or Sam Blackman Award winner, the TAO continues to call on them to assist and preside over the nomination process in subsequent years. They review the submissions for the Sam Blackman Award, propose community members for both the Tech Champion and Lifetime Achievement Award, and decide on the winners. We'd like to acknowledge those legacy winners who are in the room with us tonight for their leadership in this process on behalf of the TAO. Bob Conlon, Angela Jackson, Scott Keeney, Steve Marsh, and Eric Rosenfeld. Big round of applause. And don't forget to tweet out tonight about tonight's event using the hashtag #ORTechAwards21. It's now my extreme pleasure to welcome to the stage, for his first year as MC, Vice President, Global Diversity and Inclusion at Nike, Jarvis Sam.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? It's so great to see all of your beautiful eyes. And for those folks that are tuning in virtually, we're so thrilled to have you here. As mentioned previously, my name is Jarvis Sam, and as you can imagine, indeed, the most annoying question I get is, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir, what's your last name?" But with much faith, compassion, and a little bit of pettiness on behalf of my mother, I am indeed the third, so that makes it all the more worse. But I'm thrilled to be here with you all today, and I feel like we're going to become good friends very quickly. However, since I work in the diversity, equity, and inclusion space, authenticity is so important for me. So I feel a bit of an obligation to come out of the closet early. I'm gathering the courage to tell you all, I'm from Texas. Thank you. We all know some great things and queens come from Texas. Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, me. That's what y'all were waiting for, yep. But I have had the proud privilege of being an Oregon resident for the last 3.5 years. And as someone who has worked in the tech industry for more than 10 years just prior to my time at Nike, at companies like Google, leading their global diversity programming efforts, and Snapchat, working as their first ever head of diversity, equity, and inclusion, to be in the room with such amazing technologists is not just a passion of mine, but something that I'm thrilled to be joining you for tonight. Now, we're gonna get started in just a moment, but I gotta say, I'm so happy. I told my mom, I said, I'm hosting the Oscars. Something like that. I said, I'm fairly certain there's going to be at least one guy named Oscar in the room. Where are you? Peter. Anyway, I'm so thrilled to be here tonight, you all. This is not going to be like any of those like normal award shows that you go to where you sit back, you order a couple of glasses of Chardonnay or Pinot Noir, but we're going to do that too. We're going to have a little fun. To do that, I need your energy along the way as we celebrate the amazing winners of tonight's event. So if you're ready to get this show on the road, let me hear you say, yeah. Y'all can do a little bit better than that, Oregon. Say, yeah! Let's rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 37th Annual Oregon Technology Awards. I'm thrilled to be here, but before we get started handing out some awards, please join me in thanking our amazing presenting sponsors for the evening, JLL and United Healthcare, with a big round of applause. I would also like to thank our amazing sponsors, our premier sponsors, Lumen Technologies and Stoll Reeves. Our exclusive sponsors, Amazon Web Services, First Tech Federal Credit Union, Oregon Venture Fund, and Ruby. Our company award sponsors, Archivist, Deloitte, KPMG, Miller Nash, Moss Adams, Atrati Bioscience Incubator, Perkins Coie, Silicon Valley Bank, Tonkin Torp, and Vantage Point Advisors. Give it up for them. And with that, it's now time to kick off our show, the 37th Annual Oregon Technology Awards, with our Lifetime Achievement Award, presented by Ruby. And it's my pleasure to invite to the stage our 2020 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Eric Rosenfeld, of the Oregon Venture Fund.
For 37 years now, the Oregon Technology Awards has honored a tech executive and on occasion someone in the broader business community for their support of technology businesses and mentoring and inspiring individuals and companies in Oregon with the Lifetime Achievement Award. And last year I was privileged to win this award, and I am thrilled to be here tonight and pass the torch to one of my heroes. She is well known for her career at Apple, including she was the youngest CFO of a Fortune 500 company, one of the few women CFOs, and in Silicon Valley. Debbie Coleman is one of the most recognized female executives in technology management in our community and nationwide. From Apple, where she worked directly with Steve Jobs and helped produce the Macintosh, she joined Tektronix in 1992 as VP of Operations and Materials, and 18 months later, she spun out Merix in a successful IPO. During her tenure as chair and CEO of Merix, she grew the business from $60 million to over $400 million in revenue. Debbie left Merix around the end of 2001 and co-founded Smart Forest Ventures with Hugh Mackworth, who is here tonight. And they focused on investing in IT and electronics, design, manufacturing, software, and several companies in the semiconductor supply chain. Debbie has inspired and mentored many of us, including myself, in the Oregon tech community. Ladies and gentlemen, Debbie Coleman.
I feel like I had a really unique role model when I was growing up. It was not very common for a young woman growing up in the 1980s to have an older sister who was a successful high-tech executive. I think one of Debbie's first big career highlights was in 1981 when she was hired by Apple co-founder Steve Jobs to be the controller for the original Macintosh division.
So being a female in Silicon Valley at the time and as an executive was unusual. And to be the youngest CFO in the Fortune 500 ever put her into quite a spotlight early on. But that early experience of working with Steve and getting that interaction, that really direct, blunt exchange of ideas to develop the right path for them to go forward, I think helped her develop a lot.
Unfortunately, I probably shared some of the imposter syndrome that a lot of women in senior levels can express. But Debbie never had that. She always believed that I could do those things. I could do different jobs.
So one of the things that I learned from Debbie was the ability to look outside, bring outside ideas in, synthesize them, and apply them to the work at hand. The story that is my favorite, it was the time she was looking at building products onshore versus offshoring, which was the thing to do at that time. And she convinced, through her work and studies, she convinced Steve that we really seriously consider building products right across the Bay, in the Bay Area of California.
Shortly after she moved to Oregon in 1992 to lead operations for Tektronix, she was tapped by the board of directors, and she eventually became the CEO of Merix Corporation, and she led the successful IPO of Merix, which was a spin-out from Tektronix. It was a printed circuit board manufacturing company located in Forest Grove, Oregon.
In the 1990s, you did not see a lot of women executives in technology. So for me, that was an amazing opportunity to have a role model to work with as a woman executive.
While Debbie was at Merix, she invested in Digimarc, the company that I was founding CEO for, and she enjoyed that experience a lot. And in our discussions, we identified that there was a serious lack of investment capital here in the Northwest. We started Smart Forest to address that. She and I used our network of people to raise the money and form a pool of capital then that we would invest in local startups. One of the things I loved working with Debbie was when she would join the board of one of our companies, it wasn't a hands-off process. She got very involved in it with advice for the CEO about how to recruit people, about how to build their team, about issues related to the externals of the business as well, providing them connections, and a very hands-on understanding of what was going on in that business to help them develop it and grow the company.
We were in a staff meeting and she looked around the room at her direct reports and said, "So, tell me what you do in the community." And she got blank stares, absolute blank stares. And she said, "You got 3 months. You have 3 months to find something in the community that you're passionate about and get involved."
Out of all the titles and board positions and accolades that Debbie's received over the course of her career, her greatest achievement and greatest, what she likes to call herself, is an aunt. And they think the world of Debbie. Debbie has supported each niece and nephew throughout their education, just across the board. This award is meaningful because it's recognition from Debbie's peers in the high-tech community in Oregon. And it's also really meaningful to Debbie, I know, and to us and her family, because it recognizes all of the good work that Debbie has done to give back to the community in which she lives.
For anyone wanting to, climb the ladder, particularly the technology ladder, you have to work really hard. We're not talking 40 hours a week here. But you have to constantly learn, you have to volunteer for cross-functional teams so you can get exposure to different parts of the business. And you always have to make your boss look good. And you have to make your team look good too. That's your job, you're the coach. What a difference, a shining star makes. Big difference.
Congratulations, Debbie, for winning this award. You really deserve it. You've earned it over a very long time, and all I can say is thanks for the memories.
Debbie, I'd just like to say congratulations on winning this well-deserved award for the Lifetime Achievement, and to thank you for being my friend for many decades.
Hi, Debbie. Congratulations. I love you more than anything, and I just want to let you know how proud I am of you and how proud everyone in our family is of you for receiving this Lifetime Achievement Award.
So Debbie, I am so excited for you to be receiving this Lifetime Achievement Award. You have meant so much to so many people. You've built so many leaders. You've coached and developed and mentored so many leaders. And we all owe you an incredible debt of gratitude. And I am so proud to call you both a coworker and, most importantly, a friend. Congratulations.
Debbie, we're so proud of you for her impact and her influence on the Oregon technology community. Please join me in once again congratulating the 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, our friend, our hero, Debbie Coleman. And I know you're watching, Debbie, and we're so proud and appreciative. God bless.
Thank you, Eric. Tonight, I am both honored and gratified to be receiving this award, which I dedicate to all the women in STEM activities and businesses. Also, I would like to thank my family and friends, colleagues, and exec coaches for their support of my career and life goals. Lastly, but not least, I am grateful for the support of the many sponsors, companies, finalists, and awardees for supporting Technology Association of Oregon in its goals of increasing technology, innovation, and economic growth in Oregon. Once again, thank you.
Thank you so much, Eric, and congratulations, Debbie. Now, on to our company awards. First up, the Technology Company of the Year in the pre-revenue category, which honors the most exciting new technology companies in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Thank you to our sponsor, Otrati Bioscience Incubator. The finalists for this category are Caregiving. Caregiving's intuitive and empathetic mobile app platform decreases the stress and overwhelm of caregiving by providing real-time, curated guidance to individuals and families who are managing care for an aging or ailing loved one. Give it up for Caregiving. Golden Hour. Golden Hour is a productivity tool that helps people and organizations find, set, and achieve their desired goals. Give it up for them. Life Air. Life Air is hoping to save millions of lives by pioneering the first ventilator that eliminates patient-to-patient disease transmission. A big round of applause for all of our 2021 pre-revenue finalists. And the winner of the Technology Company of the Year in the pre-revenue category is Caregiving. As they join us on the stage, we want to say a big congratulations to Candace and Rebecca and the entire Caregiving staff on the amazing work that you continue to do. Please join me. Of course, pleasure to meet you, Candace. Pleasure to meet you.
We didn't know we were supposed to say anything. So, yay! Thank you, Steve. So 5 years ago, this week, my dad passed away. He chose Oregon. We could live anywhere in the world. And he chose the state to raise his family. He would be incredibly proud of Rebecca and I for what we're doing and how we're contributing to this ecosystem. And it wouldn't be possible were it not for all of you here. So thank you.
All I practiced earlier when I found out that speeches were required was yay, so thank you.
So Rebecca, pleasure. Pleasure. Congrats. Such an exciting honor. As someone that has served as a caregiver for my mother myself, I'm thrilled to see the amazing work that you all are doing. Thank you so much. Next up, the Technology Company of the Year in the emerging category. And thank you for sponsoring Silicon Valley Bank. The finalists in this category are DataDX, delivering advanced analytics to drive medical and dental practice growth and being better patient care to communities nationwide. Give it up for DataDX. Next up, Edify. Edify's vision is to enable engineering teams to build the best products in the world. And their mission is to remove friction from every aspect of an engineering team's daily life by building software that helps you hire, onboard, grow, and support your team end to end. Give it up for Edify. Latherist 3D, whose mission is to enable surgical perfection through patented soft 3D printing technology that allows physicians to rehearse every case and perfect their surgical plan before they even begin operation. Give it up for Latherist 3D. Books, the first streaming service of animated storybooks for kids. With words on the screen, slow-paced animation, music, and voiceover, Books encourages the development of literacy, focus, and imagination. Let's hear it for all of our 2021 emerging finalists. The winner in the category of Technology Company of the Year in the emerging category is Latherist 3D, give it up for the team. Joining us on stage right now, the Latherist team.
Thank you so much.
Of course, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
How are you? Of course.
Really exciting news to share tonight, which is that just a couple of weeks ago, Latherist 3D's Pre-Sure technology got FDA clearance as the first ever technology that allows a physician to rehearse your surgery ahead of time. So we're really thankful for this opportunity, and we're so appreciative of everything everyone has done in the Oregon Technology Awards. Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to add that we just moved here last year from Houston, and the amount of support that we've received from the entrepreneurship community as well as the Technology Association of Oregon has been just incredibly, unrealistically fantastic. So thank you so much.
So much to the amazing team at Latherist 3D. I'm so thrilled to see the variety of different companies that are winning these amazing awards coming to the stage. As we've navigated the pandemic over the last 20 months, to see such great advancements being positioned right out of the state of Oregon to support this work is so beyond powerful. The next award is the Technology Company of the Year in the Rising Star category, sponsored by Vantage Point Advisors. The finalists in this category are Laura DeCarli, helping to create sexually equitable world where all genders and sexualities are met with innovative and thoughtful tools to serve on their path to pleasure. Rentech Direct, offering industry-leading top-rated property management and tenant screening solutions for real estate professionals. Ron AMZ, a full-service marketplace sales agency who leverages technology to manage Amazon for customer product brands nationwide. Join me in giving it up to a big finalist for all in the 2021 Rising Star category finalists. And the award for the Technology Company of the Year in the Rising Star category goes to Laura DiCarlo. Joining us on stage right now is Laura. Thank you so much. Go ahead and give her a round of applause. Congratulations.
I'm gonna cry. Oh my God.
Go ahead, give it up for her.
I'm gonna lose it. We've been gunning for this for 3 years now, and I mean, even though we've gone from $0 in revenue to 7.5 in our first year, million in our first year, thanks to a lot of the Oregonians that support us in everything that we're doing, and Tao, and my amazing engineering team in Bend. I mean, this is our home, and y'all are literally our community and everything that we need to be able to continue to grow. So I'm gonna cry, okay. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Laura and the team over at Laura DeCarli. As you can tell, the amazing work that's continually positioned by Tao has such an amazing impact on so many. The next category is the Technology Company of the Year Accelerate category, sponsored by Tonkin Torp. Finalists in this category, Big Leaf Networks. Big Leaf Networks enables IT leaders to deliver truly reliable connectivity for every app, every technology, every user over any ISP. Brand Live. Brand Live provides TV-like broadcasts for live, pre-recorded, and mixed formats, including internal communications, marketing, e-commerce, training, political, retail, and celebrity events, using an easy and powerful virtual video production solution. Hub. The Hub platform makes virtual, in-person, and hybrid events with powerful attendee engagement tools that bring brands to life Built by event professionals for event professionals, Hub gives event planners unprecedented control and the agility over their event. RFPIO, an AI-enabled software, making it easier for sales teams to create the best content, respond to opportunities, and deliver on some pretty amazing expectations. A big round of applause to all of the 2021 Accelerate category finalists. And the award for the Technology Company of the Year in the Accelerate category goes to RFPIO. So I'm not certain if the team is here tonight, but we'll ensure that they get their award. Give them a round of applause and we'll accept this on their behalf. Thank you. Congratulations to the amazing team. I love that category. Hearing so many amazing tech solutions that make this world of virtual, hybrid, and connected in-person working and learning that much simpler and easier for the professionals that always work behind the scenes to bring them to life is beyond inspiring. The next category is the Technology Company of the Year in the Growth category, sponsored by Perkins Coie. Finalists in this category are CrowdStreet, a real estate investing platform that gives investors direct access to individual commercial real estate investment opportunities, allowing them to review, compare, and personally choose the deals that meet the need for their own investment criteria. Legit Script, making the internet and online payments safer for legitimate businesses and their consumers by uniting comprehensive big data and unparalleled human expertise to weed out criminal activity and other unethical practices. PayRange, a mobile payment solution for small ticket transactions consumers make on a routine and frequent basis, such as vending, laundry, car washes, and so much more. A big round of applause for all of the 2021 Growth category finalists. And the award for the Technology Company of the Year in the Growth category goes to PayRange.
Thank you, Technology Association of Oregon. One of the neat things about our story is that our story is kind of one of those of serendipitous innovation that probably most of you have been in at one point or another, where one day my car's tire pressure light came on and I was driving and stopped off at a gas station and I was literally a quarter short. And looked in the cup holder, looked in under the seat. My kids are, Dad, what are we gonna do? And I realized at that moment my phone was connected to my car with Bluetooth, and I was just like, why can't it just talk to the air machine? And that's kind of the genesis of our idea, and we've done over 1 billion transactions on our network now. So thank you for all the support of the community as well as the team members of PayRange and investors. Thank you.
Big congratulations to the PayRange team. Could have totally used that at the car wash last week, but got some opportunity now. This evening, we are honored to welcome Rachel Arnold as our keynote speaker. Rachel is the Senior Managing Director and co-head of Endeavor Funds at Vista Equity Partners, a leading global investment firm which invests exclusively in enterprise software, data and technology-enabled organizations across private equity, permanent capital, credit, and public equity solutions. With 2 decades of experience in investing in and scaling the growth at top software companies, Rachel serves on the firm's governing and decision-making body for the overall management of Vista's private equity platform and on the boards of various Vista portfolio companies. Rachel works with CEOs and senior management teams of market-leading enterprise software companies to help them accelerate growth and develop far more efficient operations. It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Rachel Arnold.
For having me here today. It's an honor to be here this evening. I wanted to thank TAO for inviting me to speak at this year's award and for their impact. The work they've done in the region and the industry has just truly been incredible. TAO and Vista share a belief in the power of technology and its ability to shape a better future and a better world. Also central to who we are as a firm is our continued desire to do more than just ask what's next, but also to imagine and engineer the answer. I know this pursuit reverberates throughout the Oregon tech community. I'm proud of the relationships that we have as a firm here in Oregon. We've invested hundreds of millions of dollars into Portland. 19 of our 75 portfolio companies have a total of 550 employees just in Portland alone, and 30 of our companies have workers here in the state. When we started the Endeavor Fund in 2017, it was because we saw an incredible opportunity prompted by businesses that are kind of in that 10 to 30 million in ARR range that have found product market fit, have truly started to see their solutions as mission critical, and starting to really experience the challenges we all know happen when you start to double and triple employees and customers and things start to get real. And so our mission was really about how do we help at that inflection point? How do we provide support, capital, and at the end of the day, just fellowship as we think about growing some companies that will change the way their industries work. As we think about, sorry, my slide here shifted. 2 of my 10 portfolio companies are actually here in Portland. I couldn't be more proud of the work of Zapproved and of Radar First. And locally here also is Navex. I think you all know Bob. I think Bob knows everybody here in town. Actually, he was the one that introduced Monica to me just over 4.5 years ago. And I'm also very proud of the fact that Bob and Navex are a finalist for Tao's Company of the Year in the Enterprise category. As an alum of Linfield College, just an hour down the road, I feel a special affinity for Portland and for the state. Before I joined Vista in 2012 on the investment team, I'd worked at multiple Vista Equity Partners companies. I'd run engineering, product management. I'd served as an interim CEO, and actually had started my career back at Pacific Crest, which many of you will remember, now owned by KeyBank. After Pacific Crest, I had the opportunity to join SRC Software, which is definitely dating most of us in the room if you actually still remember SRC. But it was an early Vista investment, and it was my first exposure to the firm. It was also my first chance to be in an operating role, and it was formative for me in so many ways. And in the 2 decades since I've worked in Portland, the city and Oregon's tech community has gone through such incredible evolution. Starting with the tech giants, Intel, Textronics, and HP taking root, but now transitioning to where truly as a global tech hub, the startups are actually defining the future of industries all over and crossing all industries. Software and IT is one of the fastest growing groups in Oregon. I don't have as good of stat to skip, but apparently 45% of employment growth over the past 10 years has been in technology, and nearly 5,000 software and technology businesses now call Oregon home. The region really truly represents a microcosm of innovation, of ingenuity, and a community enveloped by an entrepreneurial spirit. It's this dynamic energy combined with the obvious natural beauty of the state that makes it a wonderful place to actually build a company long term. And it's just been incredible to even hear some of the award recipients already speak to that power. As we think about the war for tech talent, which already has come up multiple times tonight just in small conversation, it's only escalating, and we're seeing that across the country. It's this new era of work that we entered where we're having to shift our conceptions of what is the office. The shift to remote work has added a new dynamic in which companies aren't just competing locally for great talent, you're competing nationally and globally. Oregon continues to solidify itself as a talent magnet and is regularly ranked among the top states for tech talent. Portland's workforce is growing at 6 times the national average, and the Oregon STEM workforce is over 117,000 strong. The state's technology sector has so much to celebrate in terms of economic growth and resilience, and Portland has really truly fostered an incredible tight-knit community of entrepreneurs and visionaries, a critical support system for those starting a new business or rehoming one. That said, we see such a huge opportunity to make also Oregon and the Tech Association of Oregon a leader from a DE&I perspective. As tech leaders, one of the reasons that we were all drawn to this industry is the desire to diagnose and solve real problems. And that's the fundamental value prop that we have in software. The lack of diversity and inclusivity across sectors is probably one of the most serious challenges that we have in our economy today. Every industry is grappling with DE&I shortcomings. And when you look at corporate America, it's still led by a very, a singular majority with similar backgrounds and singular career trajectories. I personally followed a much less traditional path than most of my peers, but my background and experience shaped my unique mindset around what makes a great company, what makes a great leader, and what does success really mean. We all know that representation, the idea that if you can see it, you can be it, is critical to inspiring the next generation of leaders and visionaries. But the C-suite is too often an elusive aspiration for women, people of color, and traditionally underrepresented groups that have long endured institutional bias. So as we think about our next chapter and the challenge that we all take on, it's about striving towards greater DE&I, not just as the right thing to do, but truly as an economic driver that benefits innovation, operations, and the bottom line. Gartner predicts that through 2022, 75% of companies with diverse and inclusive decision-making teams will actually exceed their financial targets. And the study found that gender diverse and inclusive teams outperformed their less inclusive parts by 50%. According to McKinsey, companies with gender diverse executive teams are in the highest quartile, outperforming male-dominated companies by 21% in terms of EBITDA and 27% in terms of creating long-term value. This matters. And a truly diverse and inclusive culture has to start at the top. It's through thoughtful and strong leadership like that of Monica Enand, Debbie Coleman, and Charlie Kawasaki, who each strive to create an industry that sparks opportunity for all and excludes no one, and that the tech industry and boardrooms can be more reflective of the world around us. So proved, one thing I'm very, very proud of is the fact that the company doesn't just pay homage to DE&I. It's not a checklist, it's not a project. They live it and they breathe it at all levels of the organization every day. It's reflected in their success in bringing more female board representation, participation in community LGBTQ events, as well as supporting local business owners of color and creating a more sustainable work environment. Last year's Approved, we were so proud, received TAO's award for inclusive innovation, which I think speaks so much to the long-term power of how the culture works. So companies have a responsibility to bridge this gap and provide equity in whatever ways they can, and it's companies like those that have already even been recognized tonight that are paving the way to make that possible. Technology has the power to unite, but also to alienate and disenfranchise, and by harnessing this decisive leadership with the combined strength of Oregon's tech community, we can decide the future, not just of tech here in Oregon, but globally. So I wanted to thank you all. Congratulations to every individual, every organization that's been recognized for their innovation and achievements this evening. And I hope to meet you all after. Thank you.
What incredible words by Rachel. I have the great privilege and pleasure of serving as Nike's Vice President for Global Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And so to hear such powerful sentiments of the need to drive greater connectivity, access, and opportunity, leveraging technology as an incredible catalyst to help us get there is an accountability that we all should think about our role in playing. Thank you so much, Rachel, for amazing words. Now back to our awards. Here to assist with the presentation of our Tech Champion Award, sponsored by Oregon Venture Fund, is our co-presenting sponsor and the CEO of United Healthcare, Gary Daniels. Gary?
Good afternoon. In 2019, the Oregon Tech Association established a new award, the Tech Champion. This award recognizes a leader who has made a powerful impact on the regional technology technology industry through innovation, collaboration, mentorship, and a robust future workforce. The first year we honored Angela Jackson of the Portland Seed Fund and Portland State University, and in 2019, educator Don Domes. Since the early 1990s, Charlie, the CTO of PacStar, has been a champion for the Tech Association and for the tech community, founding and leading many technology initiatives across both private and public industry, as well as the education sector, not to mention his over 40 years of software engineering, network engineering, and artificial intelligence, and especially cybersecurity. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Kawasaki.
I really like working on computers. I always was drawn to the creative nature of that kind of work. And that's what made it easy for me to become interested in a tech career.
Charlie has been our CTO throughout his time with the company, which means that he helped start all of our proprietary technology, led the development of the hardware, led the initial development of the IQ Core software, and quite honestly, at points along the way, has created innovation or had innovative ideas that led to new products. So I would say there's a highlight every year, and that just keeps building on all that he's done before.
My story begins in around 1980 when I landed an internship position at the University of Washington's Academic Computer Center. And I landed this through a low-income minority internship program through the Seattle Public Schools. I really benefited from mentorship from a bunch of the staff at the University of Washington, and I really wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that opportunity.
What drives my dad the most is, to him, the importance of giving back to the community, since that's how he effectively started his career, is through community help. He wants to return the favor and help all of those that he sees that were in a similar position as him when he was a kid.
So one of the things I've learned in working with Charlie is the dedication he brings to serving the community. It's not his day job, but I don't think he's any less intense about it, so that's an inspiration for me.
I'm most proud of my accomplishments in my career for two things. One is for PacStar, and one is Northwest Cyber Camp, which is the premier summer camp for cybersecurity high school kids, which is now successfully thriving and running under the management of OSU and EnergySec.
It's funny, it was actually our mom that saw the Northwest Cyber Camp curriculum online, and she suggested to my dad over dinner one night, just, what would you think about starting this? And I thought she was joking, but my dad took the idea and just ran with it. And what I thought was going to be one-off 5-minute conversation around dinner became the dinner conversation for every night for the next 3 years.
When it comes to students and education in Oregon, I can think of a few people I've worked with at TAO in the last 10 years who've had a bigger impact than Charlie Kawasaki. He just goes above and beyond looking for ways to improve higher ed, K through 12, everything from cybersecurity to STEM education, to just providing, frankly, programs that provide greater opportunity for people from all walks of life. And that's something I've really admired about Charlie.
Charlie is a strong leader, he's a strong educator, and when you learn from Charlie, you really deeply understand what he's trying to teach you, which I think is important. There's not too many people out there who have that passion to teach in the same way that he does.
The demand for cybersecurity experts outweighs the supply, and the only way we're going to reverse this trend is if we can bring together educators, administrators, public sector, private sector to work together. This is a strength of Charlie's, bringing these groups together.
Charlie collaborates by bringing the best out of his team. When you work with Charlie, really you feel like he's just pushing you to be better.
efforts. I think he's really driven by not just cybersecurity, but technology, education, and workforce development. I think he's a great ambassador for the tech industry in Oregon.
The guy's brilliant, and I have to say, it's just so energizing to work around somebody so high energy and with such, I'll call it a high achievement intellectually. It's, it's a joy to work with Charlie.
This award is meaningful to me and my family. Because it's just been such an honor to have my dad be recognized in the industry for all of his innovative work that he's done and all of the work that he's given back into the community.
Congratulations, Charlie, for the Tech Champion Award.
So Charlie, on behalf of the state of Oregon, congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. And as a resident of Oregon, thank you for being an individual who's making the world a better place.
Charlie, congratulations to you on the Tech Champion Award. I can't think of anybody more deserving. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dad. I'm honestly not surprised, though. You deserve it.
I could not be more proud to say that you're my mentor. Congratulations.
It's my privilege and real honor to congratulate you for receiving this Tech Champion Award. I can't think of anyone more deserving than you. Celebrate, be honored, and thank you from all of us for what you've done for our community.
For his impact and influence on the Oregon technology community, please join me in congratulating the 2021 recipient of the Tech Champion, Charlie Kawasaki.
Thank you very much. Got to stop crying before I make my remarks. I'm truly honored to receive this award, and since learning of it this spring, it's given me a surprising amount of additional motivation to try to live up to it. I'm incredibly lucky to have grown up just as the computer age was taking off, and more importantly, lucky that several mentors took an interest in me in high school. Without that, I would not be standing in front of you today. But effecting change is a team sport. And while I can't possibly acknowledge the hundreds of people and companies that have collaborated with me over the last 25 years to bring the benefits of the tech industry to the community, I do want to thank a few people who've been particularly supportive. First is my wife and partner, Barbara, who's been a visionary, an instigator, and advisor for projects such as Northwest Cyber Camp, as well as bringing substantial resources from HP to many different projects. Second is the entire team at Packstar, now part of Curtiss-Wright, who has given me an incredible platform for 16 years, from which I've been able to operate many of these industry collaborations. Thirdly is TAO. I joined as a board member and executive member of the executive committee back at its precursor called the Software Association of Oregon in 1995. And Skip and now Kara have been incredible partners in countless projects over the years with no end in sight. Fourth is OSU's College of Engineering, and particularly Professor Rakesh Boba, who at this point I might as well call a family member. Additionally, I'd like to shout out to Wayne Machuca and Kat McNeil at Mount Hood Community College's cybersecurity department, Rob Wiltbank and Leah Daniels at Galois, to EnergySec, to my co-council members at the Oregon Cybersecurity Advisory Council, and last but certainly not least, Megan McKenzie of McKenzie Worldwide. We're doing meaningful work, and it will pay dividends for many years to come. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Big congratulations, Charlie, and thank you so much for everything that you continue to contribute to this amazing community here in Oregon. The next award is the Technology Company of the Year in the Momentum category, sponsored by Deloitte. Finalists for this category are Logical Position, a full-service digital marketing agency offering pay-per-click and social media marketing, search engine optimization, website design, and graphic design. MTI, a global solutions innovator in asset protection, smart locks, tablet solutions, and global services, serving the largest and most highly regarded global brands. Ruby's live virtual receptionist and chat specialist build meaningful connections that make for happy customers, who make for successful businesses. ZoomCare is the leader in the on-demand healthcare movement, building one of the country's leading platforms for the innovative delivery of retail and digital healthcare. And the award for the Technology Company of the Year in the Enterprise category goes to Logical Position.
Wow, thank you so much. It just really is an honor to be up here and to be a part of such a great community of different companies in the Northwest. And yeah, I just really do want to give a shout out to our operations development team. They work around the clock and they rarely get the credit that they deserve. This award really is for them. And then also just a shout out to the rest of the LP family across the country. And if anyone here ever needs help with their digital campaigns, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to Logical Position. We're always here to help. Thank you very much.
Big congratulations to the Logical Position team in the Momentum Award category. The next award for the Technology Company of the Year in the Enterprise category, sponsored by KPMG. Finalists in this category, Invex Global, the worldwide leader in integrated risk and compliance management software and services, helping customers manage risk, address complex regulatory requirements, build corporate ESG programs, and foster ethical corporate workplaces. Enlight, the global leader in high-power semiconductor and fiber lasers for industrial, microfabrication, aerospace, and defense application. ZoomInfo, the leading provider of company and contact intelligence used by growth-bound organizations to drive sales, marketing, and recruitment activities. Give a big round of applause to all of the 2021 Enterprise category finalists. And the award for the Technology Company of the Year in the Enterprise Award category goes to ZoomInfo.
Much. We brought the business here in 2009, and over the last 12 years, we've had the opportunity to acquire 10 businesses. We've acquired businesses in Washington, D.C., in Boston, in Seattle, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and each time we acquire these businesses, we have an opportunity to think about whether we want the center of gravity for our business to change. And through those 10 acquisitions in all those different cities, we always end up really excited to come back to this region. So it's really great to be a part of the community. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Henry and the ZoomInfo team. You know it's a good day when you see an amazing product and company that your mom uses. My mom's a big fan of ZoomInfo, so thank you. Next up, the most influential non-headquartered technology company award recognizes companies that have either set up offices in Oregon and in Southwest Washington, or have been purchased by companies out of state, but still have a significant presence here. This award is sponsored by Moss Adams. Finalists in this category include Pge Clinical, the leader in randomization and trial supply management for the global life sciences industry, offering the only fully cloud-based 100% configurable and flexible solution utilizing natural language processing and integrated supply forecasting. Catalyte, a talent transformation platform creating higher performing, more diverse technology workforces. Stream, on a mission to make the world's expertise accessible to all and ensure real-time customer engagement using AR-enriched remote video tools and communication. A big round of applause for the 2021 Non-Headquartered finalists. And the winner in the category for Company of the Year in the Non-Headquartered category goes to 4G Clinical,
Hi, good evening. It's an honor to accept the award on behalf of 4G Clinical. We're headquartered in Wellesley, Massachusetts, and our CEO, Dave Kelleher, lives here in Portland, Oregon, so he's been recruiting pretty aggressively. When I joined the company 2.5 years ago, we had 4 or 5 employees, and we have almost 40 now, and almost 300 worldwide, so super, super proud to be part of this community. Thank you.
Congratulations to the 4G Clinical team. It's so incredible to see investment happening in this region. The People's Choice Award, established in 2018, it recognizes an individual, company, project, or program that best exemplifies the spirit of the Oregon and Southwest Washington technology community, with an emphasis on bold entrepreneurship, innovation, and building community. The award is sponsored by Archivist Capital. Finalists in this category are Invent Oregon. Invent Oregon is the only prototyping competition for Oregon college and university students from all disciplines, which awards over $80,000 in grants and prizes to student inventors and entrepreneurs who use technology to reinvent the future and solve today's most pressing problems. Portland General Electric. Pge Project Zero empowers young adults and students to create cleaner, greener, and more equitable communities through powerful community partnerships, green job opportunities for young adults disconnected from work, and green space development in communities disproportionately feeling the impacts of climate change. In addition, PGE also helped fund the state's first electric school buses in Beaverton and partnered with TriMet and the City of Portland to create the first electric bus pilot program in the state. The Perlin Project, a community that is built on shared goals, values, accomplishing something truly remarkable. The Perlin 2 will fly 90,000 feet at the edge of space to explore the science of giant mountain waves that help create the ozone hole and change global climate change models. These missions will provide education and inspiration for young people who are seeking careers in exploration and adventure in engineering and science. And the award in the People's Choice category goes to Portland General Electric. Congratulations.
Well, Jarvis, thank you so much, and thank you to all of you, the TAO community, and of course the Oregon community as well. So as part of Portland General Electric, we're doing everything that we can to really drive sustainability and decarbonization and set an example for the rest of the world on how to be the best energy company in the world. So thank you for this award, being a People's Choice Award, and really appreciate everything you all are doing to grow everything that we're doing here in Oregon. So, Emma?
Yeah. Woo-hoo! So, I am so excited to be receiving this award on behalf of Portland General Electric. So, we power about 51 cities, and we have about 2 million customers in Oregon, and we power their lives. And we truly believe in sustainability. And one of our generating stations, or I would say powering stations, is completely renewable, which generates about 380 megawatts of solar, powered by solar, wind, and also by battery solutions. I am so happy to be in front of you and to be honored to be receiving this from Technology Association of Oregon. Woo!
Thank you.
Big congratulations to the PGE team. As one of those 2 million customers, I'm so thrilled to see the work that you're doing to support community and resolve climate change. Our final category is the most disruptive technology of the year, which is sponsored by Miller Nash. Judging for this award is actually in your hands. Here's how it'll work. Each finalist will have 2 minutes, no more than 120 seconds, we're timing, to make a live on-stage presentation. After all 3 presentations are complete, we'll be opening up voting via text for folks here at the Nines and watching via the live stream. So let's get started. And the finalists are BrightMD, Catalyte, and Skyward, a Verizon company. First up, please welcome, presenting on behalf of BrightMD, Vice President of Marketing, Emily Getz.
We all know the problem. Burnout in healthcare has reached a crisis. Nurses and providers are leaving in droves, and recent studies suggest a shortage of up to 125,000 physicians by 2034. Millions of Americans don't have access to healthcare due to costs, transportation, language barriers, and so much more. When the pandemic hit, it opened this opportunity to disrupt healthcare like nobody could have imagined. This is our opportunity to fundamentally improve the patients' and the providers' overall experience in healthcare, and to increase access for patients who can't afford to or who can't figure out how to navigate and get in to see their doctor. Solving these problems is why BrightMD exists. BrightMD can make every provider more efficient so that more patients can access care. Our customers include some of the most innovative health systems across the country, including OHSU here in Portland. A patient uses BrightMD through their health system by taking an online interview, and then that is sent to their provider in an easy-to-review chart note and treatment plan. This patient visit improves provider efficiency by 10 times. You can get treated for hundreds of common conditions this way, like ear infections, rashes, respiratory infections, even depression and anxiety. All on demand, all from wherever you are, with just a 3G connection and without ever having to turn on your video. And that's why patients love BrightMD. For the convenience, the thorough interview that makes them feel heard, that's written in their language, because they always know their provider is on the other end and delivering care. And providers trust BrightMD. We help them treat their patients in less than 3 minutes, and we automate all their paperwork, which means they're freed up to see the patients who really need it. BrightMD is disrupting healthcare, helping providers treat patients in a totally new, easier, faster, less expensive way. Today, that vision has never been more important, and so that we all can come out of this crisis together, stronger and healthier. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily, and the entire BrightMD team. Presenting on behalf of Catalyte, please welcome Dan Ruther, the Director of Cycle Training and Operations.
Good evening. In 2013, after about 20 years in the construction industry, I enrolled in Catalyte's software development apprenticeship program. Today, I am the National Director of Training. This opportunity changed my life. At Catalyte, we're really changing the face of tech. We allow anybody, regardless of their background, to have an opportunity to pursue a career in technology. That's why we'd ask that you would vote for us as the most disruptive company. Go ahead and roll the video. I think we have a video.
In 2006, when I started, I was still living in Section 8 housing with my mother. Today, you know, I own 4 houses and I own 4 cars, and I travel the world thanks to Catalyte.
There are a lot of people out there that didn't have the opportunity of studying software development. So it gives a chance for all ages and whatever your background is to join a career that you might be successful in.
Judging people based on what they've done before, they can't do anything because they haven't demonstrated it, right? So you have to, at some point, take a chance and say, I think they've got this potential. Haven't done it yet, but I think they can get there.
Catalyte is another way. It's another opportunity. It's like a secret door. This pathway is available to you.
People like me who just felt like lost and didn't know where to go, didn't really know if I should go to college. Yeah, like Catalyte is a good answer to that.
I don't think others or myself would have an opportunity in a tech industry without Catalyte.
The opportunity at Catalyte for me was a foundation. Like, I'm only going to do more and bigger and better things from here.
I remember being on the dirt streets of Lagos, Nigeria, and now here I am given the opportunity at Catalyte, and it's really been a blessing, it's an honor, and I'm very grateful to be here.
Thank you so much, Dan and the Catalyte team. Unfortunately, Eric Ringer, the Chief of Staff for Robotics Business Technology at Presenting on behalf of Skyward, a Verizon company, is unable to be here this evening. But they sent along a video. Check it out.
Hey everyone, so sorry we couldn't be there in person, but we still want to talk about drones. How many of you here own one? Look around. How many of you have flown one? Real businesses are using drones today to transform the way that they operate. Some of the largest construction companies in the US, like Brasfield and Gorey, Hinsel Phelps, and DPR. Departments of Transportation in Ohio and West Virginia, and our own state capital, the city of Salem. Southern Company, the nation's second largest utility, uses drones for line inspection and disaster response. And they use Skyward to assess and coordinate their flights. In the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, Southern Company helped to restore electricity to Puerto Rico, using drones to string more than 72,000 feet of electric wire in a few days rather than a few months. Can you imagine being without power for a few months? And our own parent company, Verizon, uses drones to inspect and test the cellular networks that keep us connected. They do this routinely and in the aftermath of disasters, like Hurricane Ida, which recently hit the Gulf Coast and eastern seaboard. All of these companies and agencies use Skyward to fly in more ways and more places. We were the first to provide digital access to controlled airspace with the FAA, revolutionizing a process that had previously taken 3 months and bringing it down to just 3 seconds. Drones are largely used to gather data today, and the pilot has to keep an eye on the drone the whole time that they're flying. What's possible when the drone can safely fly farther than just the pilot can see? Search and rescue, hazmat, automated infrastructure inspection, delivery. Companies need to be able to access their drones from anywhere and manage them, and that's where the cellular network comes in. And that's why we're proud to be partnering with French drone manufacturer Parrot on the world's first off-the-shelf connected cellular drone, exclusively on the Verizon network. The Parrot Anafi AI, Skyward software, and Verizon's connectivity are charting the path towards safer, more connected skies.
Thank you so much to the Skyward team for that video. Have your phones available because it's time to vote. You will text the number of your choice for the most disruptive company to 704-839-2276. 704-839-2276. Will it be number 1, RightMD? Number 2, Catalyte? Or number 3, Skyward? Go ahead and vote. You'll have 1 minute, starting now. right, that concludes our voting. Please go ahead and put your phones down. We are ready. Let's see who you selected as the winner of the 2021 Most Disruptive Technology Company of the Year. Audience, I'll invite you to join me in a drum roll, please. A louder drum roll, please. The winner of the 2021 Most Disruptive Technology is BrightMD.
Thank you, everyone. We're grateful, and it was pretty amazing competition, so really happy. Thank you all.
We just want to say thank you to our team that's back there watching the live stream. We're very excited. This company has been founded by some amazing people, so I want to thank Ray and Mark and everyone who was involved. Like any company, there's tremendous story behind it, but we're doing some very special things. So thanks for the team. Thanks for everything that they have done and we will continue to do. And United Healthcare.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
The team at BrightMD. Congratulations to the team here and those that are watching virtually, and thank each of you here and virtually for participating and deciding on the most disruptive technology. Now, before we move to the highlight award of the evening, the presentation of the Sam Blackman Award, we want to thank some of the people who made this event possible. Our awards committee chairs Juan Barraza, Rod Clark, Mary Hole, Laura Kubasiak, Steve Powell, Scott Thompson, Jane Ullman, and Linda Zhang. Give it up for these amazing committee chairs. And as you can see featured here, to the many volunteers who make this event happen. It's so phenomenal. None of this would be possible without their amazing support, so please join me in celebrating these amazing volunteers. And of course, thanks again to all of our sponsors, especially JLL and United Healthcare. And now, for the big moment of the night, the award presentation of the Sam Blackman Award, sponsored by Amazon Web Services. I am pleased to welcome to the stage the Managing Director at JLL, Eric Turner.
Good evening, everyone. So it's hard to believe all that's happened since we gathered virtually to honor Peggy Miller of Packstar with the Sam Blackman Award. And unfortunately, Peggy could not be with us tonight, but it is my privilege to introduce this year's Sam Blackman Award winner. Launched in 2008 during the Great Recession, Disruptive has become one of Oregon's most successful tech startups, now employing 150 people with upwards of $20 million in yearly revenue. Its growth and successful sale in 2017 to Equity Vista Partners, or Vista Equity Partners, excuse me, demonstrates Monica Inan's business prowess, but her leadership also shines in the social justice arena. It's my privilege tonight to honor Monica. As one of the few women of color to found a tech company in Oregon, she has been outspoken about injustice and racism in our culture and the potential consequences of bias being built into artificial intelligence that companies like Disruptive rely on. Let's learn more about our 2021 Sam Blackman Award winner.
My mom really had a lot of impact on me in terms of entrepreneurial spirit, and she really knew that she wanted to take risk and kind of take life into her own control. And so I was really inspired by her entrepreneurial spirit. When I think about my greatest accomplishment, I really think it's overcoming the hurdles that I had to for entrepreneurship. You know, I was so fortunate. I got to work in great big companies like Intel and IBM. And frankly, I had never really faced the thought of failure before I decided to try to be entrepreneurial. And starting Disruptive in the great financial crisis, I think it hit me on a regular basis that I was more likely than not to fail. But then I finally was able to make the leap and say, if other people can do it, why do I think I can't? And there was no good answer for that.
One thing I've always admired about Monica is her approach to both leadership of a company and her impact in the community is very similar to Sam Blackman's approach. And Sam is a leader, pursued essentially two parallel objectives. One was building a great business, and the other was maximizing his impact in the community. And he saw the two as intertwined. And Monica, in my time with her, when she was building Disruptive, did the exact same thing. It showed in her support for STEM-related activities, her support for other entrepreneurs that were trying to do what she did with Disruptive. And she started very early on thinking intentionally about how do I have an impact in the community while building a great company.
Look, I think running a tech company in this region is hard. It's hard work. Running a tech company anywhere is hard work. And I think that you have to use all of the tools and resources at your disposal. And diversity and inclusive cultures is absolutely one of those for success.
Monica is very different. You know, at the very beginning, she really understood that she was a pioneer. She was really one of the first women to start a major technology company in the Pacific Northwest, which is in and of itself an amazing accomplishment. And so she's focused a lot of her time away from Disruptive, really hoping and working to inspire the next generation of leaders to come after her, particularly women technology leaders, in a way that I find especially inspiring.
One thing that truly stands out in my mind about Monica and her company is the commitment, genuine commitment to diversity. Disruptive is a company where employees are welcome to bring their true selves, their genuine, authentic selves to work each and every day. The diversity of thought, ideas, and way of life just drew me in. It made me so easy to participate and so comfortable to share my own views.
You know, we talk a lot at Vista about how the most successful CEOs are ones that, you know, really put kind of desire to win above and beyond kind of their own egos. And Monica does that in spades. And I think it's something that empowers her team. It empowers her board. It empowers every employee in the business. It also helps folks understand really what matters most and how they can play a role really in a compelling way in the business without worrying about politics and bureaucracy. And so it's something that I really respect and admire about her leadership style. And I think it's something we can all learn from.
She has this uncanny ability in how she connects with people. And she's able to gain this trust and rapport because she cares so much about people. And she gets to know us at such a deep level so quickly and form these deep, meaningful, substantive relationships. And it's just wonderful, again, because she makes everybody feel so important and so included. And it really stands out in just how she leads and who she is as a person.
I think the best thing for young women to see is, you know, role models and women who are kind of doing it all. And I think you can't get any closer than your mom, you know? So like, I've really loved watching my mom be able to balance, you know, being a great mom to us and still like have this amazing career where she is, you know, having her own personal growth and her whole life isn't just, you know, centered around our family.
As long as you're continuing to learn and grow, whatever you choose to challenge yourself with, whether it's work, whether it's volunteer, whether it's you know, parenting, all of those things, as long as you're challenging yourself and growing every day, and maybe not every day, but growing most days, then I think you're going to be happy and successful in whatever you choose to tackle.
Monica, congratulations on receiving the Sam Blackman Executive of the Year Award. Well-deserved recognition and long overdue.
Monica, congratulations. I couldn't be more proud to be your friend, your colleague, and to watch you achieve yet another great milestone. This is an incredible award, and you should be so proud of everything you've accomplished and earned. Congratulations.
Monica, I just want to congratulate you on all of your success, all of Zapprov's success. You're someone who inspires so many people around you to do their best each and every day. You're somebody who's inspired me to want to get better at the work that I do. So thank you for all of that, and best wishes for even more success in the future.
If Monica were here right now, I'd pour a glass of Cab Franc all the way around, and we'd raise our glasses high, and we would toast to her success as an entrepreneur, as a tech icon, as a mom, and we'd salute her.
Congratulations, Mom. I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much.
You earned this, and you've achieved this, and so be proud, because this is a moment that is all you, and I can't think of a more fitting and honoring way for the Portland community to recognize you for all that you do.
Monica, congratulations. Please welcome to the stage our 2021 Sam Blackman Award winner, Monica Enoch.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Eric. First of all, I have to say, Jarvis, you're a serious upgrade to the MC game. I emceed this award ceremony for a couple years, but no, good job, Skip and Kara. You've been amazing tonight. Thank you. You know, first, I've been a part of this community for a very long time, and I've been honored to be in lots of different roles. And I've sat in an audience, usually bigger than this, and seen my friends, my mentors receive this award for so many years, and people I've admired. You know, it started with mentors like Steve Sharp and Alan Alley, and more recently with Bob Conlon and Steve Marsh and Jill Nelson and Sam Blackman, of course. And watching them receive this award, I thought, I admire those people so much. So I can't tell you how much it means to me to win this award, and especially receive it knowing the people that weighed in, not just recognition from those people that have won it before that I admire, but from this community that I so love. It was nice to hear earlier stage companies talk about the support they've received from the community. I would not be here if it was not for so many people in this audience and in the larger TAO community. So thank you very much. I also wanted to say that, you know, I think in our society, it's like we like to hold up one person, and there's this, you know, Tech Executive of the Year, Sam Blackman Award winner, but nobody who achieves anything of note does it without a lot of people who contribute along the way. So I hope that everyone who's been on this Zapproved journey with me, all of you, at any point in time, feel like this is a real recognition from our peers and our community, and hope you all can, my team and everybody can share in this recognition. And of course, you know, it starts with people who believe in you, because it is pretty hard to believe in yourself. And of course, it started with my husband, Sanjay, who believed in me first and said, go do this. And then it continued with my family, my mother-in-law, Chandra Natarajan, and my kids, Neil and Marissa, who supported me all along the way. But then it grew over time. It's like they're the beginning, but then there's so many people who've believed in me along the way, including Rachel, who fought at Vista Equity Partners to do this partnership. And I am so appreciative, and I have grown so much from working with you in the last few years, and the team that you've helped me bring on a world-class executive team and a larger team that I've grown so much through. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. This is a major honor. Thank you.
Congratulations. Big congratulations to Monica. Thank you so much again to our presenting sponsors, JLL and United Healthcare. We appreciate the unbounded generosity that they provided to make tonight's events happen and making the award ceremony possible. Now, a few housekeeping items before we all depart. I want you to save the date for our hopefully fully in-person 2022 Oregon Technology Awards to be hosted on Tuesday, May 3rd at the Oregon Convention Center. If you are a former or the reigning Technology Executive of the Year, Lifetime Achievement Award, or Tech Champion recipient, please begin making your way to the stage for a group photo. For those of you who are staying for dinner, we invite you to make your way over to the City View living room. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us for tonight and those that are participating here virtually. That's a wrap on the 2021 Oregon Technology Awards. Have a wonderful night.